Hello, Girl Scout volunteers and families. This short overview video will cover the information you need to know ahead of the big day. In this video, we'll cover a few reminders, tips on coordinating drivers and vehicles, and information on safety to be aware of before delivery day. We'll also look at an overview of the pickup process and double count on delivery day. Also watch the I/O cookie distribution and inventory management video on the GSCO YouTube channel. It will cover how to allocate I/O cookies to girls and record payments in eBuddy, along with cookie inventory management tips. What to focus on and what you need to know before delivery day. First, a reminder. If you haven't done so already, a Troop ACH authorization form must be submitted and processed prior to picking up cookies on delivery day. ACH forms need to be submitted annually. If your troop participated in the Fall Product Program and you turned in an ACH form then, that will suffice for this Girl Scout year. If you have not completed an ACH form for the 2021-2022 Girl Scout year, please do so now. Troops who do not have a current ACH form on file will not be able to pick up their cookies on delivery day. A few things to note about coordinating drivers for brand new troop cookie managers. You'll want to ask parents, caregivers, and other volunteers in the troop to help pick up cookies. Communicate the pickup time and location to them, and also remind them that they need to be on time, but not too early. Communicate safety guidelines and what to expect to your group of cookie pickup volunteers before delivery day. We're going to go over that information in just a few minutes. Cookies must also be picked up from delivery sites in one trip. Because of that, it's better to have plenty of drivers and vehicles than not enough. In just a few minutes, I'll show you a diagram that'll help you to decide how many cars you're going to need based on how many cookies you'll be picking up. Tell drivers to make sure that the inside of their vehicle has been cleared out and it's ready to store cookies on pickup day. Within your group of helpers, you're going to want to decide which driver will lead the caravan. Usually that's the TCM. All vehicles picking up for the same troop will go through the delivery site together. Create signs with the troop number to put in the front window of each of the vehicles in your caravan. This is super helpful to all the volunteers on the delivery site. And please remind drivers that no children or pets are allowed on delivery sites or in the vehicles during pickup. And there is an expectation that drivers will remain in the vehicles. The reason why we don't allow children or pets on delivery sites is because they're drive-through pickup stations and forklifts may be in operation throughout the day. On some delivery sites, you may see older Girl Scouts, cookie captains, at the check-in stations or checkout stations. But for their safety, we also ask them to keep their distance from the actual drive-through pickup lines. And the reason why we ask that all vehicle drivers empty the trunk or cargo area of their vehicle, besides to obviously make room for the cases of cookies, is that cookies cannot be loaded into vehicles with any hazardous materials. And sometimes there's a possibility of there being a few cans of paint or a fuel container or possibly antifreeze or motor oil being in the back of an SUV or truck. And that's why we make mention here to remind your drivers to clear any of those materials out of their vehicles. COVID-19 and safety guidelines. Girl Scouts of Colorado is following the recommendations of the Centers for Disease Control and the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment as we continue to monitor the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. All Girl Scouts and adults must follow the most current GSCO COVID-19 guidelines, which you can find on the homepage of our website, in relation to in-person events, including participation in the Girl Scout Cookie Program. If you have not done so already, please complete the GSCO COVID-19 waiver form, which you can find under forms on the homepage of our website. If you have already completed the GSCO COVID-19 waiver last year or earlier this year, you don't need to complete the waiver again. As we continue to adapt to the changes caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, we want you to know that the safety of girls, volunteers, staff members, and our communities are priority number one. How many vehicles will you need to pick up your initial order at the delivery site? Well, that of course depends on how many cases of cookies you ordered. In the Troop Cookie Manager Guide on page 30, you'll see this same diagram, which tells you how many cases of cookies can fit in different kinds of vehicles. Here's an example sitemap of one of our delivery site locations. This is an aerial view of Waterstone Community Church in Littleton, and the arrows show the flow of entering the site, checking in, splitting into two separate pickup lines, and then exiting the site location. Of course, each site around the state is unique, but for those of you who are going into your first delivery day, I thought it would be helpful to have a visual before we start talking about the basics of what to expect through the cookie pickup process. One other thing that Troop Cookie managers will want to do before delivery day is to print your I/O confirmation code. Go into eBuddy, and under the Delivery tab, you'll want to click the View Confirmation button, and a page that looks like this will come up. On this page, you're going to see a pickup code. Go ahead and hit the Print button and bring that confirmation page with you. Alternatively, you can find the same information in the eBuddy app. Click on the cookie icon at the bottom of the page, then Delivery and Confirmation. You'll need to know the confirmation code when you arrive at the delivery site. On delivery day, when you arrive at your cookie pickup location, text the unique code on your confirmation sheet to the phone number listed next to the code. Texting the code to that phone number signals the delivery site manager that you have arrived on site, and it starts your electronic receipt for I/O pickup in eBuddy. The next few slides are an overview of what to expect. Once you're on site, delivery site volunteers will greet you as you arrive and verify that you have enough vehicles to transport all the cookies in your initial order. If you arrive before other drivers of vehicles in your group, the volunteer will direct you to a location where you can wait for the rest of your party. The same is true if you arrive too early for your pickup. Delivery site volunteers will have a delivery ticket and will confirm with you the number of cases of each variety in your initial order. Only the cookies on the ticket are to be picked up. You can reduce the number of cookies that you're picking up, but you cannot pick up more than what was included in your initial order. Additional cookies can be picked up at cookie cupboards on Friday, February 11th or after. A delivery site volunteer will also walk with your vehicle as the rest of your group follows through the pickup line. The volunteer will verify the counts as delivery agents count and load cases of cookies into your vehicles. Drivers must remain in vehicles. Once the full initial order for the troop has been loaded into vehicles, the volunteer will check off the cookie varieties on the delivery ticket. TCMs can either ask for a copy of the ticket or take a photo of the ticket. There will also be an electronic receipt as well. When the order pickup is complete, the delivery site manager will release the I/O in the eBuddy app, and the troop will confirm their pickup by texting either 1 or 2. Troops can pull over and count cases of cookies on the delivery site if space allows, or as soon as they arrive at their post-pickup location. If your initial order inventory count is accurate, you will text 1 to this phone number. It's the same phone number that you texted your unique code to earlier when you arrived. If the count is over or short and you are still on the delivery site, talk with the delivery site manager and have the order adjusted. If you don't realize the error until after you have left the site, TCMs should complete a shortage overage damage form and contact their service unit cookie manager if need be. Do this right away. You can find that form under Forms on our homepage of the GSCO website. Once you've completed the form and it's been reviewed, product program staff will adjust the I/O count in eBuddy and make arrangements for troops to pick up additional cookies from a cupboard to fulfill a shortage and/or to return an overage or replace damaged cases of cookies. And that's the delivery day process in a nutshell. A couple of what-ifs. What if your group is late for cookie pickup time? Simply find and speak with the delivery site manager. It's up to them to decide when and if you can still pick up your initial order from the delivery site that day. Talk with your pickup group about what time you need to arrive and stress the importance of arriving on time to pick up your initial order. What if you don't have enough vehicles to pick up all of your cookies? You'll have to pick up your initial order then from the warehouse. And that's why it's important to take a look at that diagram with all of the pictures of the different types of cars and trucks on it and figure out how many vehicles you're really going to need, and then add 1 or 2 just in case. If you're unable to pick up your initial order on delivery day, it will be returned to the warehouse and it won't be available for pickup until at least 72 hours later. The troop will also be charged a $25 transportation and storage fee. If you are unable to pick up your initial order on delivery day, please contact your service unit cookie manager for assistance. Thank you for watching the Delivery Day Overview video. As a follow-up to this overview, if you're interested, please look for the video on cookie distribution and inventory management. It will briefly go over how to allocate the initial order cookies to girls and also record payments in eBuddy, along with a few inventory management tips. Look for it on the GSCO YouTube channel. Thanks again and have a great cookie season.